State live lecture that for class 9th. So today we are going to learn, and as well as we are going to revise chapter number 9, that is trade. Yes, we as till now we have completed chapter 11 and chapter 10 we have done. Now today we are going to learn chapter number 9, that is trade. Yes, today's topic is this about trade. We are going to learn about um, what is the what is the correct and proper meaning of trade. What is its procedure? What are things are involved in it? Yes, in detail we are going to learn about the trade, even the types of trade, concept of trade. Yes, as we have done this lesson already also, but first we are going to revise and then we are going to have a test. Okay. Yes. Now, before this, there is a activity which you can see on your screen. Yes. You have to obtain this following information. See here. Make a list of commodities which you use daily. Who uses these commodities? Write the sources of supplies of these commodities. From where you buy the things. What do you call the act of buying and selling? What does the shopkeeper take in lieu of the commodities? Now these are the questions. Yes, this activity also we have done. This activity was about that the things you purchase. Yes, from you have to make a list on daily basis which things you require. Yes, first preference, then second preference, and third. These are the things we have made the list also. So from where you all get these things? Yes, in your area, nearby area, there is a shop, that is a retail shop, a small shop. We from there we take our necessary things from there. Then from where the commodities, it's there in that shop. From where they get these things. Yes, and who is buying these things? We the customers are buying these things. Then these are the informations that we have to hold the decisions while starting the chapter. Yes, as this activity we have done. Then we have learned about the, yes, now we are going to start the main concept of this lesson. Now, on the basis of information what we have obtained yet with this activity, we have realized that goods we need from the shops or any market or malls around us, we can easily buy our goods from markets, from malls, or small shops also. Yes, with this activity we have understood this. Then the sellers, those who are the seller, those who are selling the goods, are not the manufacturers of the goods. They bring this commodities from somewhere else. Yes, in your area there is a shop over there, retail shop. Then he is not producing the products, he is not producing the things. He is getting the things from other market, that is known as the wholesale market. From there in a bulk he is purchasing, and he is selling in our area. That it means. Okay. Then it is not necessary it is not necessary that these commodities are manufactured in our surrounding. They are manufactured at places very far away. They should be first brought by retail sellers from wholesale market, factories, agricultural product market committees, etc., and then they reaches. Means the producer who is producing the product, first he will produce the product, then he will get the product in the wholesale market, he will sell over there. Then from the wholesale market, shops the retail shop seller, he will buy the product from the wholesale, and then we are getting the product as a customer. Okay, this is the chain in the trade. Okay, and when you will able to write the concept of trade, so you have to write like chain wise, point wise, you are going to write the answer. Next, see here. We have various needs in our day-to-day life. We buy various things to satisfy these wants. When we buy them, we create a demand for it. Now, here what happens here, as we are living in our day-to-day life, we have a various needs and we are satisfying these needs. Yes, we want food on daily basis. We want food. We are the first preference we have given to our food. So we are satisfying our these wants. So when we buy, we create a demand for them. Yes. Now to fulfill the demand for these product, the production of these goods is carried out. Yes, as we are demanding the product, they as we are demanding, then we are getting the product in our hand. The producer supplies these goods, in other words, he sells them to wholesale traders. The producer supplies these goods, in other words, he sell them to wholesale market. Means the producer who is making the product, he supplies the goods, and in other word, he sell them to the wholesale market. Yes, means the main person who is producing the goods, he is making the product, finalizing the product, and then he is selling it to the wholesale market. The image you can see on your screen, this is the wholesale market. Okay, if you want to purchase the product in bulk, in a large quantity, from where you will get the product from the wholesale market. Okay, then thus the buying and selling of goods is done to fulfill each other needs. These who purchase are the consumers of the goods. Means who is purchasing the goods, they are the consumers. Okay, they are the customers, consumers, who is taking the product from the shop or malls, wholesale market, whichever market will be there, but we are the consumers, we are the customers. Okay, then yes, then after this explanation on the activity also, what we have understood here, now we are going to learn about the concept of trade. When we are writing, or when we are writing the answer of this concept, explain the concept of trade. So in this way, you are going to write the answer. You are going to draw this a small diagram also. With the help of diagram, you can explain the answer in a point wise. Yes, it will be easy to write the answer. Yes. See, the producer produces and the seller sell the goods. Buyers and sellers buy and sell the goods respectively. This is called trade. So when we are writing and meaning, definition, or concept, is two words you have to keep it in your mind. Buyers, sellers. Buyers buy the product and sellers sell the goods or product. This is called as trade. Okay. So with this, please keep these two arrows in your mind. Yes, for trading, there should be two arrows in like this way. Like this way, these things, keep it in your mind. Two arrows of trade are there, buyers and sellers. Okay, this is the, we can say as a clue, you can keep it in your mind. Two arrows, trade. Two arrows, trade. Yes. Then next is, yes, next movie about the concept of trade. It is, trade is an important economic activity. The economic life of people is interdependent. No region or country is self-sufficient. Trade between two regions is necessary to fulfill the needs of the people. As each region has different geographical condition, each region produces specific commodities. Now, for this, each country or each region, it have some geographical geographical conditions are different, means the climate is different. Yes, the we can say the sometimes it rains over there, then the other side of the region it doesn't rain. So there are some different geographical condition, it depends upon the region. Yes, climatic conditions are different. Then you can see here, yes, in Jammu Kashmir the apples are very much famous over there. Yes, the so as in our here India country, we are demanding for the apples. So from where we are going to get these apples? From the Jammu Kashmir. So for that particular region, the some condition geographical conditions are different. So from particular product is being produced in that region only. Okay, then so if there, yes, if there is a paucity of the commodity, then there is demand for that commodities. Then the place where it is abundant provides the supply of commodity. Thus, the supply is done from region producing excess commodities to region facing deficit, means the less according to the demand. For example, apples produced in Jammu Kashmir and sent to other states of India having a demand for it. Yes, as we are demanding and we are getting it, as we are demanding, we are getting the products from other region. Okay, then next, now this is do you know type question. Yes, it's a very interesting one. See here, trade is an old age concept. Okay, trade is an old age concept. You can it's not a new one, but it's a in olden days also this trading system was going on, but in different way. How it is, we'll see. In ancient and medieval periods, trade was done through the barter system. In this, there was an exchange of goods with other goods. Yes, grains were exchanged in lieu of work done, or oil, salt, honey, and milk were exchanged for grains. There was no currency used in this reigns. In this trade, sorry. So in this trading, old age concept means what this concept or this trading is done in ancient and medieval periods. Yes, through the barter system. Its name is also given through the barter system. In this, what happens, student? Here, with the product, the other product is being exchanged. No money is used in this. Okay, if you will give if you will grains, if you have grains in your with you, and the other person is having oil, or if some work has to be done, salt or any other groceries things, if the other person, then they will exchange it. Yes, they will exchange without the money. This is known as the trading system in it has to it has been done in the ancient and medieval periods. In this, you have to keep in mind that no currency is used. Even today, we see traders who exchange utensils in lieu of old clothes, but this creates problems of estimating a proper nice commodities. Now here, today, even today also in some part of the villages, we can see in the utensils are being exchanged when you will give the old clothes. Okay, if the ladies, they are there with a big basket, they have the utensils in that basket, and if we have the old clothes in our old clothes, we can give that old clothes, and instead of we will take the utensils from that. Okay, earlier two such problems were encountered. As a result, the use of currency started. Today, in this modern age, trade is carried out with the help of currency only, but barter system is still prevalent to a small extent in remote area amongst the tribal people. But in this today's modern age, trade is carried out with only with the help of currencies. But now also, if we go far away from the city or a town, we can say this type of barter system is there. Yes. Then here the trade is divided in two parts. Yes. When there is a buying and selling of the goods, see here, when there is a buying and selling of good, it is called as visible trade. Means the goods we can see, we can buy. Yes, it is visible to visible to us. It is known as visible trade. As we are purchasing goods, vegetables, or any small things from the shops, it is known as visible trade. And second thing is that when there is an exchange of services, it is called as invisible trade. Means doctors, teachers, lawyers, these are the invisible trade. Those who are exchanging their services. Yes, they are giving us information, they are treating us, they are giving us ideas. Yes, these are the invisible trade. Okay, these are the two types of trade, visible and invisible. Okay, then next here, main types of trade are, it classifies into two types. Okay, on the basis of quantity of goods and on the basis of extent of trade region. These are the two types of trade which is classified in quantity of goods. When we are talking about the quantity of goods, we can say the wholesale trade, and number two is retail trade. And when we are talking about the extent of trade region, yes, from one region to other region, first is domestic or internal trade, and second is international or external trade. Yes, you have to know the other word also. International means external trade, domestic trade means internal trade. These two things you have to know. So now today we'll see only this type. We are going to see type of trade. The first one, see here, types of trade which is classified in by the according to the quantity of goods. Depending on the quantity of goods, there are two types of trade: wholesale and retail. Yes, see the first one here. What is wholesale trade? Traders buy commodities on a large scale, directly brought it from the producers. The commodities are also sold on large scale to retail traders. This is called wholesale trading. Wholesale traders buy goods on a large scale from industrialists, farmers, etc. For example, the orchard owners of mangoes or oranges sell their entire production to the wholesale traders. Now, uh, depending on the quantity of goods, the first one is wholesale trade. Yes, wholesale trade means what? When the producer is producing the product, he is selling the product in the wholesale market. And if we want the product in a bulk, in a large quantity, we will go to the wholesale market and we will buy. Or after buying it, we are going to sell it as we are the retailers. Yes, this is the wholesale market. And always remember, when we go in the wholesale market, most of the consumers, they buy the product in a very large quantity. Okay. Then second is retail trade. Now what is retail trade here? See, in your area you can see the small shops are there. Yes. Then from the if we want on urgent basis, we want the things. Yes, we directly go to the shop and we take it. Okay. Then the in our area, the small shops we can see, that is known as the retail shops. When the traders buy goods from wholesale traders and sell it directly to consumers, then it is known as the retail trading. The quantity of goods sold is less in this case. For example, shopkeepers selling goods, vegetable vendors in markets, etc. Yes, here you will not get in large quantity, but as a per piece you will get only you will not get the goods in the large quantity. Only in the small quantity you will get the goods. Okay. This is about the retail trading. Okay. Yes. So we have done this. The first one, types of trade on the basis of quantity of goods, wholesale and retail trade. So if this type of question will come, please explain the answer with example. Okay. If you put the example proper, it will be a good presentation of the answer. Okay. Now we are going to go to the next point, that is point 2, according to the extent of region. Okay, according to the extent of the place or region. The buying and selling of goods happens at various places. Yes, we cannot say that in our area only the trading process is going on. No, the trading is happening. The trading is happening at various level, means at domestic level, international level. Okay. So on the basis, trade can be divided in the local, regional, national and international trade. Yes, trading can be divided into local, regional, national and international trade. Then see, the first one will study, that is about the domestic trade. It is also known as the internal trade. This trade takes place between different regions within the same country. The size of the country, diversity, distribution, and availability of natural resources affect the internal trade within the country. This type of domestic trade, it takes place in different region within the same country. Means here the country is same, but the different trading is going on with one state to other state, but the country is same. Within the country, it will be trading will be go on. The size of the population, transport and communication services, the living standard of people, marketing system leads to large scale internal trade. In India, factors like diversity in geographical condition and high population also affect the domestic trade. A country's development is dependent on the extent of the domestic trade. If there is good economic growth, then trade will also be more. Thus, if there is a positive relation between economic growth and trade. So when we are doing the internal trade, students, that time we have to see the population diversity and availability of natural resources in that country. Yes, then the population also, we have to see that how is the population of that particular region when we are sending the products in that region. Then we have to see the transport and communicate other services are there or not. Yes, and this living of the standard of the people. Then how is the marketing system, how it is. All these things we have to see when we are doing the domestic trade. These factors also we have to keep it in our mind, that is geographical condition and also about the population. These two factors we have to keep it our mind about the domestic trade, and it also affects our domestic trading system. A country's development is dependent on the extent of domestic trade. Then if the economic growth of that region is good, then we can say there is a trading is good, is going on in a proper way. Next is about international trade. Here with the meaning only we can able to understand international trade means the exchange of good is done with one country to other countries. Some countries produce specific products in excess of, example like crude oil in Saudi Arabian, then Kuwait, and wheat production in the USA, Canada, etc. Means the international trading is done, they are exchanging the goods from one country to other country, is known as international trade. Yes, example also they have given here. Crude oil is being uh, produced over there in Saudi Arabian. Then in the Kuwait, and in Kuwait, the wheat production in the USA, Canada, etc. Means international. Just you have to think about one country to other country. Yes, trading is done from one country to other country. With example, you will explain. These products are sent to countries having demand for those goods. Yes, if other country wants the crude oil, then we will demand, or the government will demand the product crude oil, example crude oil. From there we are fulfilling our demands over there. Yes, these leads to the beginning of international trade. This is the first step. From here we are getting the beginning. It is a beginning of the international trade. When international trade takes place between two countries, it is bilateral trade. When it occurs between more than two countries, it is multilateral trade. Yes, if if the international trading is done between only two countries, it is known as bilateral trade. And if more than countries are involved in this, it is known as multilateral trade. Yes, multi means more than two countries, and bilateral trade means only two countries. Yes. Now next here, after the year, after types of trade, another process in the trading is about the export and import. Export and import are the basic process of international trade. When the trading is done at international level, we have to go through this process about import and export trading. What it is, we'll see. When a country buy those goods and services which are scarce in their own country from another country, it is known as import. Just now we have said that if a country is buying the goods or any other services which is there in a very less amount, that time we can from another country we can take it from there, then they are importing to our country. That is known as importing. If in our country a particular but let's take an example of apple only. If the apple fruit is not available in our country, in a very less amount it is available, then we are going to demand over there, then they are going to import that product in our country. That is known as importing. And next is exporting, means what? When a country produces excess goods or services, then require it sells these two countries which we have a demand for it. That is a export. Yes, as we are demanding for apples, then the Jammu Kashmir state, they are exporting their goods to other countries. That is known as exporting. Why they are exporting? Because they are having the product in a very excess number, means in a very large quantity they have the goods, so they are exporting. Yes, and if the country they are not having the product we are demanding, then it is importing. Yes, this was about the export and import. Then what we have studied, we are going to see. First, we have studied the definition of trade, then visible and invisible trade, and the main this types we have learned today. Yes, for the definition or the concept of the trade, keep the two arrows in your mind. Yes, visible means the things which we are able to see and we are holding it in our hand. Yes, that is known as visible trade. Invisible trade means exchanging of services. Example, doctor, teachers, lawyers. And these are the main types of trade. Yes. Wholesale trade, retail, domestic, international. Now it's time to evaluate student. Yes. Now you have to classify the trade taking place between in the following regions. Means Maharashtra and Punjab, India and Japan, Glasgow and Pune, China, Canada, India and European Union. So you have to classify it into only in the two trade. Okay, internal or external. Means internal means domestic trade, external means international. Okay, so let's, those who know the answer, you can raise up your hand. Yes, two students, they have raised their hand. Both are Sakshi.
Yes, Sakshi. Sakshi Moria, please unmute yourself and answer.
Yes, Miss. Maharashtra and Punjab is type of internal trade.
1 minute. Yes, Maharashtra and Punjab.
Is a type of internal trade
Yes. Why it is an internal trade?
because it is taking place in within the country.
Yes, correct. Very good. Your answer is correct because the trading is done within the same country. The first one is done. Yes, other student, 1 minute. Let's give a chance to other student also. Hold on. Yes, Abdul. This Abdul.
Yes, please.
Yes. Second one, classify the trade India
Miss
and Japan.
external. Miss external.
Yes. Why external?
Because Miss, it is outside the country.
Yes, very good. External means international trade because this trading is done within,
By outsiding.
yes,
External.
other countries. Very
Other
good.
country. Yes,
Known
Miss.
as international. Yes. Good, Abdul. Your answer is also correct. Second one is done, India and Japan. Then next,
Shaista Ansari from Kajupada, please unmute yourself and answer.
Yes, teacher.
see this third one, Lasgaon and Pune.
The internal trade because it is in our country.
Yes, because it's in our within the same country, the trading is done. Very good. Lasgaon and Pune, it is known as internal trade. I'll just write the IN over there. Yes, this was also internal trade, and this was external trade. Next is China and Canada. Yes. Others?
Sakshi Vinay Kumar.
Miss, it is external trade because it is taking place
Yes, it is because it is taking place
within other countries. That is
Yes.
China and Canada, both are other countries.
correct.
Different.
The trading is done with other country from one country to other country. That is also known as international trade. Very good, Sakshi. This is the external trade. Next, last one, the student, India and European Union.
Palak Rajput, unmute yourself. Palak.
Yes, miss. Miss, it is international trade
Yes, international. Why it is international?
because it is outside. It is not in a country. It is outside.
Yes, because it is not in within the same country. It is trading is done from one country to other country. Good. This is so known as international trade. Good. Palak, your answer is correct here. This is external trade. Okay. So this was about the what we have studied. This was the evaluation part of this. Classify the trading system. And tomorrow also we are going to see the same chapter with more question answers. Yes, for revision. And everybody, all the students, please read out this lesson, learn the question answers, and be prepared for tomorrow's revision also, as well as for test. Okay. So thank you.